the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
The entire nation has it eyes and ears. Ewo Ghana Emrashe Bedwam at the International Conference Center. Na nyoma si nyoma di BCC wo Emrashe Bedwam pa. E hyase free anopa no ebra you feel the presence of the military at the Parliament House. Now omo ye thorough search ewo various members of parliament so enam Nsem-Pii na enra epie especially from the NDC's Parliamentary caucus WhatsApp platform ni Nsem-Pii na omo ebro so. Now people are anticipating say edie ne besi ebra Emrashe Bedwafo enya akwanya ewura Emrashe Bedwam because the speaker Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbin edi kind the ruling abeto abonten I declare some seats vacant. Ama status quo no asesa. Emma the NDC ebeye the majority side of parliament, ma the MPP be the minority side of parliament. Now what this side is she betu dwa no enu nansa and the Supreme Court and so the ruling beto abonten. Esane say na majority leader the honorable Afenyo Markin edi kan ede ensema bedan wo. And the Supreme Court on the ruling ba say debi. Emra ya Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbin gina so declare those seats vacant. Emma NDC be take over the new patriotic party as majority in parliament. Samra no ento somu enya djuma wo ba bia. Enu nti etu nkonkotwe de twere. Se de ne etie dada no ansa na Alban Bagbin ebeke kasa na nsensem no. Sa pepepe na wo say. The NPP will continue to remain the majority, the NDC will continue to remain the minority. Because those members of parliament, almost standing as independent candidate, is for the future parliament and not the present one in Sieno. And na Ghana for the Emrashe Bedwam. The NDC realm as usual, occupy the majority seat. The MPP in realm or MPs ni be occupy the majority seat. Na said the NDC for abo po esusu dada say omo pesi si wo Emrashe Bedwam. Na ekoye a talk in this country no. In fact, majority leader Alexander Afenyo Markin wa kire won say na adwene mu do papa na nim die so ekwa what one am bi o Emrashe Bedwam anei. And this plan, the evil agenda, everything has fallen flat. A agenda ben and anamo ben and Alexander Afenyo Markin, the honorable MP for a futu, the majority leader etu yanko na yankuti and nkomo ahodwa esendie.
Much for being present with us this morning. As you may be well aware, there was a decision by Mr. Speaker expressing his opinion on Article 97 of the 1992 Constitution. That opinion led to a declaration by him that those members have vacated their seat. Proud to his decision, I had brought to his attention that there was a pending suit at the Supreme Court, which pending suit was to seek certain interpretation of Article 97. In fact, Mr. Speaker himself acknowledged that on the floor of the House. As a result of his decision, the majority caucus expressed a disagreement with his decision and gave a clear indication that the matter will be pursued further at the Supreme Court. So on Friday, another process was filed by me and the Supreme Court in a unanimous decision determined the matter and ruled, among others, that one, Speaker's interpretation of the law was wrongful.
Whereupon they told Ghanaians that today they will come and occupy our seats by their own proclamation. MPP, our tradition is a law
our forebearers always use the courts to correct the wrong. Since 1992, our leaders have always used civil advocacy and the courts to ensure that we get the peace that we have today. On top of my head, I can recall the era where we used thumbprint ID cards and we used opaque ballot boxes. All these are things of the past today because of MPP. Today we have a very transparent electoral system because of the advocacy of our forebearers. It's out there in leadership. The country is hereby informed that we will not give that lawless platform that NDC is seeking. We will not give them that platform. We will not give them that theater they so aggressively seek. They should disrupt democracy and to destroy our nation. We know there are innocent people out there, innocent Ghanaians going about their business, innocent Ghanaians in the academia, innocent Ghanaians who are struggling to get 3 square meals on the table for their families. We care about them. We understand that there is politics, but we must do it in a civil manner. We believe that the appropriate thing is to quietly yield to them and wait upon Mr. Speaker. After all, the ruling was directed at Parliament and the Speaker, not an individual MP. Yesterday, the bailiff of the Supreme Court served Parliament of Ghana through the legal directorate. The director of the legal department received the ruling of the court. So, in other words, Mr. Speaker is on constructive notice, or maybe I should say actual notice of the ruling of the court. We have to leave it there and respect Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker has been part of our democracy since 1992. He's a senior lawyer. He's practiced in our court. And I believe that even if Mr. Speaker disagrees with the Supreme Court, he knows what to do. Suffice to state, at the risk of being repetitive, that we were not disrespectful of the chair. When the Speaker made this pronouncement and the majority caucus disagreed with Mr. Speaker, we didn't cause commotion here. We left quietly and told Mr. Speaker that the right place to express those grievances will be at the court. So we expect our brothers and our sisters on the NDC minority side to do the needful. But all would be for Mr. Speaker to make a final determination. The nation is looking up to Mr. Speaker. All his years in politics, this is a crucial moment for him to add weight to what we have done to preserve the peace. MPP is for peace. MPP is for peace. MPP is for peace of Ghana. We will not allow anybody to disturb the peace of the country. It is a notorious fact that we remain the majority caucus of this parliament. You, the media, must add your voice to the advocacy to compel our colleagues to respect the fidelity of the law. I have heard a respected colleague on their side, Honorable Dr. Ayini, calling on Mr. Speaker to respect the Supreme Court decision. If that is true, then that's a noble call from him. Dr. Ayini is somebody I respect because of his respect for the law. I believe that moderates on the side of NDC will prevail on the hawks in their party to call them to order. So I would want to thank you for being with us. We are leaving this chamber peacefully into our offices. I wait Mr. Speaker's arrival, and if he calls leadership, and we do pre-sitting discussions, we'll take it up from there. But for now, that lawless theater will not share with them, because Ghana, our country Ghana, is bigger than any one individual. So we would want to, at this point, sing our party's anthem to let you know who we are. Colleagues, we are the new patriotic party. We are the new patriotic party. The elephant is a winning symbol. We have walked to save Ghana. The elephant is a winning symbol. We shall walk.
Thank you for the opportunity. Mr. Speaker, item number 5 on page 9. Mr. Speaker, the statement made by the Honorable Minority, the Honorable Atufosi, Mr. Speaker, was in respect of the fact that 4 members of Parliament whose names have been listed have breached Article 97(1)(g) and H. It was not a mere allegation, Mr. Speaker. So the appearance of who were alleged to have been in breach, I believe that it does not reflect the true statement made by the member, because it was based on the statement that the Speaker proceeded to make, to give information that you gave to the House. The Speaker further, in indicating the names of the honorable members so named, their current situations and circumstances were clearly stated in the motion paper. So that, for instance, the first name, Peter Yaokwachi Aka, the NDC member for Amenfi Central, and now an independent candidate. Mr. Speaker, so the statement contains these clear facts, and therefore it's important that they reflect in the proceedings as captured for purposes of correction. Mr. Speaker, I thank you for the opportunity.
Yes, Honorable Member for Medina.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I also want to draw your attention to the same item, the paragraph 5, the ending statement, which is majority caucus in inverted commas. Mr. Speaker, I think the true intention will be reflected there when we say that the minority caucus staged a walkout instead of a majority caucus in inverted commas. So if the correction can be made to reflect what was there. Thank you.
Yes, Honorable Member Bolsa Saf. Is that okay? Yes, from the distance I can't see. Honorable Member for, you are all right? Thank you, thank you. Table office, kindly take note of the comments made by the members. Please cross-check from the records and capture what is on the record of the House. Please, page 10. Page 11. Honorable members, in the absence of any further corrections, the votes and proceedings of the third sitting dated Thursday, 17th October 2024 are adopted as the true record of proceedings. Honorable members, I don't have a copy of any of the official reports. So we'll proceed now to item 5, formal communication by the Speaker. Honorable members, as you may recall, on Thursday, I informed the House, pursuant to Standing Order 18 of the Standing Orders of Parliament, on the occurrence of vacancies in the House in relation to 4 honorable members. Yesterday, I received a process from the Supreme Court, which is a ruling from the Supreme Court pursuant to an ex parte application directing Parliament to recognize and allow the 4 affected members of Parliament to duly represent their constituents and conduct full scope of duties of their offices as members of Parliament, pending a final determination of a suit filed by Honorable Alexander Afenyo Markin. By Article 102 of the Constitution, 1992, and Order 64.1 of the Standing Orders of Parliament, I note that we currently have a quorum to transact business, but not to take decisions. I want to read the said Article 102 of the Constitution. It reads, a quorum of Parliament, apart from the person presiding, shall be 1/3 of all the members of Parliament. As presently constituted, the numbers definitely is far above 1/3 of the members of Parliament. But by Article 104, the numbers are not sufficient for us to take decisions. And I'll quote Article 104. Article 104.1 says, except as otherwise provided in this Constitution, matters in Parliament shall be determined by the votes of the majority of members present and voting, with at least half of all the members of Parliament present. Honorable members, we don't have at least half of all the members of Parliament present. Consequently, in view of the current circumstances, the fact that there is a question on the composition and constitution of Parliament, and having regard to the public interest and the exigencies of the state of affairs in Parliament, I will proceed to, in accordance with Standing Orders 59, adjourn the House indefinitely. That is sine die. I want to quote Standing Orders 59:1. It says, the Speaker may, in consultation with leadership, suspend a meeting of the House indefinitely or for a period determined by the Speaker, having regard to the public interest and the exigencies of the state of affairs in the country. Honorable members, I have consulted leadership and I am exercising my discretion to decide to suspend the meeting of the House indefinitely. The House